Yo, what's up, my uncle? Still back with another Draft League video. Nice back-to-back draft content, and today we're versus Mashu with the Luxemburg Landorus, and his team is kind of nasty. He has mostly special attackers, though. He only has Sandslash, Embor, and Scizor on the physical side, so that's why we're bringing some. We're stepping up the heat today. So I don't know, some parts of my drafts are not that amazing. I'm looking at you, Lamprey, but I mean not about my draft, but about my team. Like I don't know why the Electros is really there, but you'll see later. But what I also see is that Lopunny comes in and molests. Like, he could run Spidef Coco, but that gets 2 KO'd. Like, that gets power up punched on and then returned. But he can run like Fidef Dazzling Gleam Coco. That could be a countermeasure. He could run like Rocky Helmet Zatu to kind of like fend it off. He has like some counterplay, but his team doesn't do the best versus Lopunny. I can't lie. And he has mostly special attackers, like I already said, but he has some threatening ones like Nidoking. So Nidoking, like mods like Nidoking, is the reason that Big Bro is here. So Big Bro basically molests his entire team because like it's so juicy and fat. Big Bro takes on the Ice Core of Vanillix and Sandslash. He's probably not gonna bring those because of Slowbro. Then it doesn't really take on Ember that well because of Wild Charge. But it kind of takes it on. If you switch it on a stab move, it can live the Wild Charge and fire back with the stab Scald super effectively. Then we got Latios, which I can hit with Ice Beam basically. The only thing this doesn't really cover is if it's physical Latios, which he's probably not going to bring, but if he is, there's a clef in the back. This also covers the Zatu. I mean, it's kind of a stalemate because I can't really do too much of the Zatu, but I can burn it, which is nice, which can help the Lopunny out. Then Lorenzo can come in on this, Vaporeon can come in on this. But Lorenzo doesn't have a free switching because Ice Beam or Flamethrower or Signal Beam, like my entire coverage is going to molest Lorantis, it's going to fuck him up. But Vaporeon can kind of come in on this for free. The best thing I can do to it is like Flamethrower burn him or Signal Beam confuse him and then switch out, which is not that high of a chance. But yeah, that's kind of the only issue. But if he doesn't bring Vaporeon, the Slowbro's looking dumb threatening. But the real reason that this is AV Slowbro is to check Nidoking, because otherwise I can't really beat Nidoking. And if he runs like physical Nidoking, I still can't really beat it. But I guess I can kind of beat it because I can live 2 attacks. I could live 2 like sheer force poison jabs, I think, but that's still kind of a bit threatening. And I might have, yeah, I don't know. I should have put in a bit more Fidef maybe to counter physical Nidoking as well, but I didn't really think about that. And then Greninja and Coco kind of roam free, but then we have the Gungle Jungle here. This is to beat the Coco and Greninja. It's kind of just Bull in there. It kind of beats the Vaporeon as well, though it can get burned by Scald. But it can knock off the Vaporeon, which is nice. It has HP Fire for the Scizor. Oh, I didn't even talk about this, but Signal Beam is for the Greninja, Flamethrower is for the Scizor, and then Ice Beam Scald hits basically his entire team. Like I can hit everything for either stab or super effective. I think. Yeah, I think I can hit everything for either stab or super effective bar the Vaporeon. So that's super chill. That's super chill and super juicy. Yeah, because the Vaporeon just like walls Slowbro out. But yeah, we got the Gungle Jungle in the back here. So I have this spread. Originally it was like a bit of Fidef investment and then a plus Spidef nature, but because of these stats, it has only 50 Spidef and a lot more defense. That's why this is better, so I can get a bit more defense. It kind of looks weird, but trust me, it is the best possible set to get the most defense AVs possible. So this is to beat Coco and Greninja. The defense is for Gunk Shot Greninja if he decides to bring that. Again, if you bring some physical Coco, that is an issue. If he brings Brave Bird, but I can't really check everything because Mashu seems actually pretty hard to prep for because a lot of mons are mainly special, but they can run physical as well and then blow my entire team away. So we got the double AV core right here. So this is going to help versus Latios as well. Like, most of these mons are going to help versus Latios because they're AV. I mean, these two, I guess. This is going to help versus Lurantis as well, though Lurantis can 1v1 this. So the main mod to take on Lurantis here is Dragalge, also AV. So we got the quad AV core. AV is to take on Lurantis better, because I think he'll bring that. It can take on Vaporeon a bit better as well. It can take on Gren a bit better. It can take on his entire team a bit better because all of these fuckers are special. So this takes on Ember quite well as well, although I can run EQ, so I guess not really. Should have run like Air Balloon, I guess, if I want to take on Ember or Shrikaberry or something like that. This also takes on Scizor quite well because it has HP Fire to hit that. Scizor is a huge threat, so that's why like almost all my mons have fire. I think every single mon has fire coverage, so I have HP Fire right there. Then I have Dual Stab just to hit his entire team for hard damage, and Scald to get some burns. Hit that Nidoking for super effective damage. Hit that Ember for super effective damage, which is kind of huge. And then just, yeah, spread burns like I said. So Dragalge is going to be a nice centerpiece here. We got some speed for, I think I just put some random speed. So if he has like a no speed Lurantis, he can never outspeed me, which is the point. because I put like 40. So if he tries to like speed creep the Dragology like that, like he's never gonna be able to speed creep me if I round 40. And I didn't think I needed that much, because I need this to outspeed Lurantis. I need the Lurantis to either be not bulky, so he has to be running like a lot of speed to outspeed me, or I need the Lurantis to like get undersped by this. But fuck, did I actually tweak in this? Because I actually don't know if I tweaked, but I actually might have. Because let's see, let me actually take a quick gander off screen real quick. Be right back. Yeah, so I just learned that I actually fucked up heavily, because you guys can't see that right now. I'm just like let it overlap real quick. But this like, okay, so Lurantis would be having enough, like if he would put like a bit of speed, he would have like enough speed for this. And as you can see, my dumbass, instead of just putting a bit more speed here, instead of just like running it down and putting like this, or even a bit more, I put 40 for some reason. I should have just ran this so I can be able to outrun a Lurantis that tries to speed creep Electros, but I didn't even think about that. So that's kind of like a noob mistake, I guess, that I made, which like I guess it sucks, but like we just gotta keep learning. And yeah, you couldn't see it because I kind of put my setup up wrong. So yeah, this is my Electros already revealed, but we're gonna talk about Clefable first. So this Clefable is kind of interesting because it doesn't even get up rocks versus everything. But I thought that Flamethrower would be the best bet because his defoggers are a form of hazard control. He has Sand Slash with Spin potentially, Latios, Scizor, and Xatu, and Lurantis. He has like a lot of them. So I wanted to see M so I can take on Lurantis and Xatu better. But then I could just get walled out by Scizor, and I needed Flamethrower to take on Scizor. But then Xatu and Lurantis kind of just flex on me. Like it was kind of like a lose-lose situation. So that was kind of the hard X I had to click right there. I'm max FitF to be able to take on Embor, I think, the best. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sold on this, to be quite honest, because I should have had some more SpitF to be able to deal with Latios. But I thought I had like Clef has enough natural bulk to be able to deal with Latios. But yeah, I definitely this prep is definitely a bit worse than I should be running. Like I don't know. I just didn't spend enough time into this prep. Yeah, I'm like that's kind of wax. I should have really put in more time. And next week, I swear, I'm gonna put in more time in my prep. I'm gonna think about more things, because I didn't think about enough things. Like that speed on Dragology, that was like a huge mistake, and I could have optimized his Clef spread way better. So next up, we got Lopunny here. So I didn't need High Jump Kick because Return plus Fire Punch covers everything. Because it's only two Steel types, Scizor and Sand Slash are quad weak to Fire, so Fire Punch hits them better anyway. And the rest I can just hit with Return, which is super chill. So yeah, he doesn't have a Rock type either, which yeah, that's super nice. I got Power Punch to get some boost, and I guess Fake Out just as filler because that works versus like everything. And then the last mon is kind of a meme mon. This is like I should have brought a physical mon, because for if he brings like physical Coco or physical Nidoking or physical anything. Oh yeah, the reason I put a lot of defense in is because I was paranoid for physical Latios. Because my entire team is AV, so it's not going to take those on. So that's why I put a lot of FitF, but I could have definitely optimized this prep better. I just wanted to like clarify that, just in case you guys like think I just put in random spreads. Not I thought about it, but not too long, to be quite honest. And then we just put Electros also with AV, just because I wanted to run quad AV. I could have definitely put in some other mon like. The problem is I don't really have physical walls that take on. I wish I had a second slow row. Would have definitely put in a second slow row here, but I didn't really have physical walls that deal with his physical threats. So I didn't really know what to put here, and I decided just to put Electros, just as kind of like a not really a meme, but it's here to deal with Vaporeon and Xatu. It's here to help with those two, because those two are still kind of an issue to my team. So Electric type would be nice, and I guess like I just thought Electros fit, and then the AV said I'm not really too sold on that, but I just wanted to meme a bit here. Then I got max investment, so I can actually dual damage to SpitF Vaporeon, because otherwise he can just slurp on my ass and just like wall me out and just burn me and chip me down. I got U-turn here because I want to be able to turn on the Nidoking, because otherwise that shit walls me. Super Fang just to like Super Fang's the best move on Electros in my opinion. That's such a fire move. Like it just hits everything for 50. I love this move. Like it switches into Latios, Nidoking, it doesn't matter. Like Coco, they all take 50. Although U-turn is in most scenarios the better play. So yeah, U-turn to get the big threat Lopunny, which is super cool. So that's kind of my prep. Again, not too amazing, to be honest. I'm not really feeling this prep too much. I should have definitely put in some more time, but I didn't. Like it's not even that I didn't have time. Like I spend way too much time just chilling on YouTube, just watching stupid videos. Like like I'm the biggest procrastinator you will ever meet. Like homework, nah, miss me with that shit. Ooh, load up that YouTube, load up a nice game or something. Yeah, I'm the biggest procrastinator ever. And I didn't even put in too much time in this because I just saw Loppany and I just saw his team and I'm like, yeah, I'll just put this shit together to make sure I don't lose to his threats and make sure my threat wins. So let's dive right into the juicy battle. Okay, so we're right into the battle right now, and I don't see a Zatu or a Vaporeon, so that means my Electros basically came here for nothing, this poor kid. I mean, yeah, I guess he can still snatch up some momentum, but if you look at Mashu's name, he spelled unbeatable wrong, so that's kind of nice. I even said it in the PMs. I'm like, oi mate, you spelled unbeatable wrong, and he just ignored me. And then the best part is when later in the battle, he's like, wait, what? And then he's like, oh my god, I spelled it wrong. I'm like, yeah, you fucking dumbass. So he has Lurantis, Coco, Gren, Scizor, Nidoking, and Latios. So this is definitely kind of scary, but most of my Mons can actually deal with his team quite well. So this, unless he brings some power sets, should be a fine matchup for me, to be honest. So he leads off with Greninjas. I just lead off with Lopunny because it's the biggest threat. As he switches his Scizor in, I think I just fake out, and here, okay, so what I was trying to say is let me calc. So I just recalced it and I turned, yeah, Fire Punch like that. This is the reason I made this play. So I switched out because Fire Punch is an Oko and he can do some hefty damage with Superpower. So I just switched in Hard into Pearl as he does Superpower. So otherwise I would have done like 80, but then I would have just died. And Lopunny is a huge threat. I can't let that go. So Mashu predicts that and goes for Superpower. This is nice. So here I just Scald just because I was just trying to spread a burn. It covers him staying in. It covers him going Nidoking, which is what I predicted. And he wouldn't, like, nothing on his team really takes this on inside of Nidoking, so I just predicted that. I could have dropped the Draco as well to do even more damage, but Skull just covered everything. And, yeah, so I go to Slowbro on the Nidoking because it's the best switching, but then he doubles the Latios, which is kind of odd, because, I mean, the Mon on my team that would take it on would be Slowbro, so I don't know why you double the Latios. Instead, like, something like a double to, I don't know, it doesn't really work, because there's the Jagology in, I guess. So, I guess he scouted for, like, what, Scarf Jagology, the God set? I don't know. So, yeah, I throw off a Signal Beam, then he doubles to Scizor as I go with Jagology, so I'm in a good spot right now. So he goes hard Latios as that HP Fire. I had the HP Fire right there. I couldn't really risk him, like, staying in. So I had to reveal that right now. Go into Shelly, because Shelly can take this on anyway. So he reveals that he's special, which is nice for me to know. I Ice Beam here as he goes hard into Scizor. I tried to Ice Beam because it covered the Coco. It was basically a mid-ground. If I caught the Scizor with the Flamethrower, that would have been fucking huge. But, yeah, I didn't. But I guess that's still fine. Because, I mean, now he gets user momentum, so Flamethrower might have been the play. But if he just brought in Coco, that would have kind of sucked. But, I don't know. I don't know. I think Flamethrower might have been the better play. Because it didn't cover him staying in, but why would he ever staying in? And Coco, like, it does the same to Coco, so I don't know what I'm even saying. And it would do the same to Gren, it would do the same to Lurantis, it would do less to Nidoking, but that doesn't really matter because I can live any hit and kill him anyway. So I think Flamethrower was definitely my play there, thinking about it a bit more. So it goes on the Latios as I go into Lopunny, so he catches me, I'm definitely scared of the Scarf right there, I can't stay in. I go hard into the Gungle Jungle as he doubles the Scizor, so a lot of switching going on. He goes Nidoking as that HP Fire, because I could slurp up any hit with the investment I got, so if he went for like, I was trying to catch him going for like SD or something because HP Fire does a shitload, but he goes into his leftovers Nidoking because I'm definitely like, I definitely hate Mashu for this. Like, why run leftovers when Black Sludge exists? But I go into my slow res, this shit happens. He poison jabs me, does a shit ton, and I'm like, oh shit, he's physical, so that has to be sheer force. That does a lot. Then he poisons me, and I'm like, wait, what? So I went to, okay, but this is where, like, normally I don't pull the chat up because it looks ugly as shit because you have to see all of this to keep my dimensions in check, but look at this, look at what this man says in the chat right here. Look at this. Okay, so he EQs me and kills me, right? But look at this. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Okay, this doesn't matter, and then, oh, tech. And then this is, I don't know who this is, Doxer Utker, that's a nice pun on Dockerage, but then no nigga, rivalry. Like, why is he rivalry? Like, imagine if he didn't get lucky with the genders, that would have done like 0, but he gets lucky with the genders and that's how he kills my slope. That's some bullshit right there. And my genders are kind of off anyway, because I know this was female, but the rest is kind of male, I think. I think only Tangrowth was female and the rest is male. So that was kind of like super lucky with the genders, because he's a male Nidoking as well, because like Nidokings are always male. So if I just made my Slowbro female, which I guess I should have done because it fits more with the name, but I just forgot to put in the genders. So if I remembered to put in the genders, Mashu would have been fucked here, but he got the lucky poison as well, rewarding him for his fire set. Like that was fucking intense. And I took a solid minute to like capitalize on this, and I'm like, how do I even switch into this piece of shit? So I just choose to let Slowbro go down. This is like insane. Like rivalry Nidoking, that's like so heat. That's so heat, dude. So it goes into Scizor as I just power up punch because I was not too sure what his investment was, so I was not too sure if return would put him in range. But thinking about it, return is definitely kind of the better play. But I thought Mashu would preserve his Nidoking because it actually comes in on quite a lot of my Pokemon, and it actually puts in a lot of work versus me. So I just power up punch on Scizor, which definitely turns out to be a good play right there. So I can just fire punch, pick this man off, because I didn't want to just return and then risk him like being able to live that shit. So I would go hard into Electros on the Gren, and instead of going into Tangrowth, because I was trying to scout out what kind of, because like this mon is looking kind of useless to be honest, looking at his team, and I was trying to scout out if it was physical, because if it was physical Gunk Shot, he could have actually 2-KO'd my Tangrowth. So I was actually trying to just scout that out. So I go into Lamprey, which actually turns out to eat this shit up for breakfast. So now I can just U-turn out. So yeah, I guess this was kind of like my best play. Tangrowth would have been fine as well though. So we just go into Loppy, and the Lop is back in town. So I just hit return and claim one basically. So Nidoking goes down to Lop as well. So it goes into Greninja, and I was definitely scared. Like my Loppy is scared of every single Scarf known to man. So he just hits me with that pump, which is definitely like. He told me, sorry for pausing this much by the way, but he told me after the battle that he was, he's like, Scarf Spikes Gren, and he should have definitely hit Spikes a couple times to wear down my team, maybe like once, but like, Tangrowth was super obvious there, but I guess he wanted to, I guess I get the pump play, right? Because he was trying to catch my Electros, because he might have thought that my Tangrowth was a physical Tangrowth set to be able to deal with physical threats better, but his physical threats are all smash Tangrowth, like Scizor, Emboar, and Sandslash both all smash Tangrowth, so I don't really, like thinking about it back, I don't get why you would pump there, but I knock off the Lurantis here, get rid of that boy's lefties. So I just go into Pearl, which takes this on decently well, so he superpowers, doesn't do too much, and is forced up with a Sludge Bomb here. I think I just clicked that because it's the best play. I might have dropped the Draco. No, I just Sludge Bomb there. Do a shit ton. Don't get the poison because I'm never lucky. But Carol can switch in quite well here. I can each Psyshock into Z Psychic, I think, or Z Psyshock, I mean. But yeah, he goes into Lurantis here as I set up my rocks. Okay, so this is the worst part of the entire game. I set up rocks, and then what this man Mashu tells me that he was Magico Latios and he didn't click it. Like what? Like why would I not click rocks there? I get it. This man just didn't, like, that's my only rock setter on the team. Of course I have rocks, and I needed rocks at this point in the game, because the game wasn't sealed yet, and rocks really helped me. So if it was Magikarp, he could have just hit rocks, and then I would have hit rocks again on his switch. So then rocks would have been up on both sides, which would have been so much better. I think Mashu definitely played that wrong with the spikes and the rocks. He didn't set up his hazards, which sucked for him. So he goes to Lurantis as this man goes, like, if you look at this, like, this man goes completely wet. I had Magico clicked, and then he, like, so basically, and then he just like canceled, I guess, and then just clicked switch to Lurantis. But like the Latios is so low. Like even if I hit Moonblast, I mean, I guess you just lose Latios for no reason, and that sucks because you can still bluff Scarf with that mon. But like then again, I have a Clef and a Tangrowth. Like what is Latios even doing anyway? So yeah, I don't get why he didn't Magico there. But he rests up with Lurantis, which is I don't really get this because he doesn't have Talk or Cheselberry, so he just stays in and gets bought by Sludge Bomb. So the investment definitely worked for sure. But yeah, I should have ran some more, but I just completely obliterate Lurantis because he's asleep. He just sacked it out because everything else dies to Bomb as well. So it goes back to Latios. I mean, I guess he wanted to save Latios because it's the only one that can deal with Dragalge. I get that, but I don't know. Yeah, because if I just killed that, Lurantis would have, or Dragalge would have just basically won right there. But yeah, I mean, I guess, but I just go into Clef, eat up that Psyshock as he crits me into the fucking moon. So he Z Psychics my Clef, which is fine. He just kills my Clef off there. But that means I can go into Lopunny and hit that return and claim one again. Power Punch did not kill from there for the people wondering. So he goes into Gren. Again, I'm just scared of Scarf. I just go into Tangrowth here. There's nothing he can really do to me. So he fires off a Pump, and here I just have to play it safe to win. Like, I'm not making risky plays. I could have EQ'd there, to be honest. But I didn't want him to be not Scarf and then hitting me with a Gunk Shot because that would have 2-KO'd at that range. So he stays in and he Like, look at that fucking damage. That's invested Tangrowth as well. Not that big, but it's some investment. So this turned out to be Bandit Coco, and he hits U-turn. That's fucking insane. So it goes into Grandis, I just EQ. And here I can just safely stay in because Gunk Shot doesn't kill. So he U-turns on me again, as I just Giga Drain, I think, again. And yeah, it doesn't kill, but it puts him in range of rocks, and he can just kill me off here. But I preserve by going Dragology here on the U-turn. And then, yeah, I basically preserved the differential like a scum there. Because I just want to keep that differential off. So here goes a Greninja, and there's no way he can OHKO me, but he crits me and he flinches me, and it's fucking dog shit. So that really sucked for Pearl. Like, I mean, I won the game anyway, but like a 4-0 would have been better than a 3-0, and it really sucks for my poor Dragology. She put in so much work, and then her differential just goes down like that. It kind of sucks ass. So yeah, that gets Dark Pulsed, but then I can just go into Lopunny and clean up. So Lopunny got 4 kills this game. Would have gotten 5, but Clef stole 1 kill with the rocks right there. So yeah, Lopunny putting in the finest of work. Next 4 kills for big Lop. So Lop is broken. That's what we can learn. And the quad AV core, it works. All of the assault vests put in work. And although my prep was kind of bad for physical threats, because the physical Coco and the physical Nidoking actually could have put in a lot of work, because it was quick attack Bandit Coco, because that could have thrown me off guard so hard. But I switched. This is what I just do if there's a mod that puts in so much work, like a Lopunny. Like as soon as someone goes into Latios, Gren, or Coco or something like that, I just fear the Scarf and switch that shit out immediately. So I definitely think I could have played some turns better. But yeah, I could have definitely played some turns better, and the rivalry set definitely threw me off. But Quad AV pulled through, and yeah, see you next week with another draft replay. I don't know who I'm facing, to be honest. I wanted to say, oh, we're facing the Uncle Molesters, but I don't know who I'm facing. So we're just gonna keep it with Uncle Molesters, and you'll see next week who I'm facing. But Mega Lab is definitely gonna get some juicy kills. I can assure you of that. Cause like this mod is just broken. Like this is the best Mega in draft format. If you're in a draft and there's still Mega Lab, and you just draft that shit.